You see my screen, right?
It says I started screening, but we can't see it yet. Now we can.
You can see it. Yeah, yeah. So we have done yesterday interactive reports. So interactive reports is basically if you want to define one line now. So what we can call as interactive reports purpose one line if you want to define, for example. Right? Interactive report is the report. So like for the detailed information, if you want to display, right, you go for the interactive reports. I think we have placed the push buttons also, right? Yesterday class. Yesterday class, we have placed the push buttons as well. Menu painter also we have done. That's the basic one I have done one now. Like this, we'll go to different levels. So second program, Mora and Marcy we have done. This is what we have done last class. Activate, execute. So if I execute for a given materials input, the user input, so you are going to get the data. This is called a basic list. Basic list. Suppose if you click on this material number, so it gives secondary list. Secondary list is from the second table. So this way we can go for the different levels of data display from one level to other level. Like that 20 levels we can display the data. So these are the buttons. We created our own buttons here. Create message class. These are the three different menu options we have given. And also I created one push button as well here. So if I click on this push button, so the code will trigger this event. So this is the event. This is the event that triggers when we click on any push button or menu item. Okay. So think of what could be the difference between 26 and 37. What could be the difference between 26 and 37? Right? So this will click on double click. Suppose if I put the breakpoint here, execute for a given materials data. Enter. So you can get the data, right? So when I double click here, then which event has been triggered? This event. This event will trigger the double click event when you double click on the list output. So now to know which list you are, like list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, you can have till 20. It will be having the variable ls-ind. You can give see the index number 1, means this is the first secondary list. For that, you are writing the data here. Selecting the data for a given material number, what has been selected in the previous step. What the material number you have double clicked. So we have double clicked 15. So we need the data for this material from second table, MARC table. Business point of view, this is the requirements. Because we cannot give everything in one list only. As I showed you yesterday or last class yesterday already. Suppose you go for try to book buses from say from Bangalore to Hyderabad. You get a list of buses. Once after that, once you want to book any bus, then you click on the berth, right? So like that, you can navigate from one system to one list to other list. So bus, once you click specific bus, you choose it. Then you click on that next bus. I showed you already. Once, okay, right? I showed you this way. KSRTC. Suppose you are booking a bus. From at Bangalore to Hyderabad. Departure date. Say suppose tomorrow. Now the moment you click on search, right? So the code will trigger, data will come. This is the basic list. Okay. Now if you click on select berth, what will happen? Select berth, what will happen? It will take you the next screen, right?
Next page.
Next list, you can call in SAP next list. Here you can choose which seat you want and all, right? Suppose you need to this one, boarding information, right? This is first secondary list. Say suppose, okay, dropping point, Hyderabad, provide passenger details, right? Here. Now if I click on this, what will happen? If I click on this one, what will happen? It goes to next list, right?
Yes, sir. Next list.
Like that. So that like this, you can create a n number of information. I mean, n number of list up to 20. Like this. This is going on. This is second list. Like this is a concept actually. Why we are using line number 21 hide? Why this? Yesterday, if you remember, what will happen if we don't use this one?
To hide the members.
To hide the value of the field output that you are going to click here. If you don't hide what was happening, if you remember yesterday, if you don't hide this one, right, it was displaying the last record. Because by that loop is executed, you see the last record available in the work area. Okay. So now you are getting the data for the value what you've been double clicked. So the double click value is available in this variable. Now for the material number 15, the data will come from second table. Second table. So when I click this one, which event will trigger, this one will trigger. I put the breakpoint here. Execute. Execute is a variant. Input values. Execute. Basic list. Double click. Second list will execute. Okay. $17. Okay. Now if I click on either this button or this button, no, right? Auto user command will trigger. What is auto user command? What is the SYUCOM?
Function code.
SYUCOM. SYUCOM is system variable. User command. It holds the function code of the buttons you have placed or maybe the push buttons function code. Okay. Any questions here? So based on that, you are writing the code here. If it is CRM, if you choose, go to MM01. CRT, if you choose, go to SC11. Create table. Create message class. Go to SC91. So this CRT, right? MM, CRT, CRM, we are given in the GUI level here. Here we have given. We have given here. So this is going to capture to your SYUCOM variable here. This value will come. This is the flow. This auto user command. This auto user command is going to trigger. This is my GUI. Your customer graphical user interaction screen. No? Here, the push buttons are there. Push button 1. Either push button or menu items. Menu item 1. Either you click push button 1 or menu item 1, push button on the application toolbar. This code is going to execute. Here, what we have given FCT code, function code. FCT code, suppose if you have given exit. So that exit will come into your variable. If SYFL you come equal to exit. It must be caps. Leave program. User clicks on this one, this button. Exit, this is exit button. The exit button. User clicks on this, code will execute under this user command and control comes out of the program. This is the logic flow. Okay. So I gave one program also homework. Just try it, that copy paste and try to execute. That is using the read line, get cursor. Same instead of hide, you can use that. Okay. Next we move on to the subroutines. Modulation. This is subroutine. This is program. And this is subroutine here. Subroutine. Subroutine 1. Subroutine 2. So once in the program, you can call like call or perform, not call, perform subroutine 1. Okay, the control will come to here. The moment it will execute, it will come to here. Next, perform subroutine 2. Right? When you call that, control will come to here. So think of what could be the advantage of this one. By seeing the diagram, think of what could be the advantage. Think of what could be advantage. What could
Reusability.
reusability, right?
Reuse.
Reusability. So code
Yes.
reusability and code readability also. Both. Code reusability and readability is good with subroutines. Okay, so how it looks is go to create a program. Okay, so here for example, perform f underscore person details here. Okay. So if you want write code for this one perform, this is syntax. Calling a subroutine. Double click here. Class that person details does not exist. Do you want to create? Yes. It asks that whether you want to create in the same program or you want to create the separate and the include program. So to make it simple, I'll go for the same program, separate block here. Here you can write the details. Person Person name. Okay. Rajesh. Okay. City. Bangalore. Department. Department IT. Check syntax. Activate. Now if I execute this one, no? So how many times the Rajesh details will come? How many times the Rajesh details will come? If I execute this
Two
program,
times.
no? 2 times. Why 2 times?
You mentioned 9 number line and 11 two times.
Correct, correct.
We call the function.
Yes. Right. Code we have written only one place one time, but you are using that 2 times to call. Right. How it works is, I'll put the breakpoint here. Execute. Right. Say my control line number 9. This is where these buttons you need to understood now. So till now we are using this button. No? Now these buttons, if I press this single step, control will come to line number 22. 22, see here. And it will execute, it will not go to line number 11 because we click on a single step. It goes to here and will execute this statement. Now here. Now if I press this button, think of what will happen. Not single step, but execute button. If I click on execute button now, think of what it might happen. It will execute, but it won't show you. I'll put one more statement here. You can write here. Okay. I'll execute. Execute. All right. Now if I press F6, where will go to the control? Here. Right. If I go to inside, it goes to here. F6. Now think of if I click on this button, where will it go the control?
You can go to first count.
Go to 11 and number 11. If you execute these statements, it won't show to us. Like this. So F6 will execute group of lines, F7 will go back. Okay, next. Any questions here? So, for example, the last program, what we have written, that we can put it in the most readable format. This last program, what we have done here. Interactive report. This one. So this one you can put into subroutines, all these subroutines. What you can do is, Control C. I'll create a new program. It's interactive. Modularization. Only 1 second. Huh?
Mesh, we are not able to hear you.
Oh, you are not able. Sorry. Okay. I was muted. But what I'm doing is I'm doing the modulation with the subroutine. No. So the entire code, what I have written, the select statement, loop, and all, I put it into one subroutine here. So that subroutine I'm calling here. So the code readability. Next, this code also written separate subroutine here. Perform get data from MERC. So double click here. Now this whole code you can take off. Double click here. Subroutine does not exist. You can hear me, right? Voice here. Click on S. Lost this pop-up. Why this pop-up will ask? Why this pop-up will ask? Why? What the reason?
Data will store in the same program or in the new include.
Whether you want to create a
Yes.
separate include program or in the main same program only, separate block. Choose the second one. Right? You can copy paste here. Right? Now this whole code also you can put it in separate subroutine here. User command. After user command you can write perform f underscore. F is just for better to give F. I not given here F, but F is better. Naming point of view. Perform user command. So this whole code, put it into this user command here. Take out this whole command, sorry, code. Double click here. Go to here. Yes. Go to main program. Enter. Click on here, copy paste here. Check syntax now. Activate. See now the code is better readability, right? Compared to earlier. Hello.
Yes.
So this is a concept actually, where one of the main point why we were using the subroutines. This way code will be reusability. Blocks, we are making the blocks. Okay, next we'll go for call by value and call by reference concepts. You can try, I'll give 10 minutes time. Try yourself. 2 programs. Take from ChatGPT. I'll give task. Only try call by value and call by result. Subroutine. Concept of call by value and call by reference. Try explore yourself this too for 10 minutes. Take maybe ChatGPT or Google. Try explore.
Is Said talking?
No, sorry.
Wait, so can you hear me?
No, yes, yes. Did anything we found?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I'll go this code. Just try to copy and then try to understand what is this one. In the chart window, I'll copy paste here. When you execute this one, what is the value of F1 it is printing? It is printing X or A. Execute this one and tell me what is the value it is printing. This one. You can hear me, right? Hello?
Yes, we can.
What is output? What is printing? X or Y?
Printing
Hmm?
A value
A,
not
right?
changed. Yes, sir.
Because we are passing call by value.
We're using value keyword and value not change.
Yes, yes.
Reference we value it will
Correct, correct,
change.
correct, correct. So whatever the value you are passing here, S1 is one variable, using is a keyword. Okay, this is subroutine name. Using F1. So this is called actual parameter. This is called formal parameters. So you can try this one directly. Go to here. Subroutine. Call by value. Click on create. Call by value. Perform. Right here. Subroutine 1. S1 1. So double click here. Plus do you want to create? Click on yes. Yes. It asks whether you want to create in the same program or in a separate program. Same program. So automatically this keyword will come using p underscore f1. No? Okay. This p underscore f1 will be same data type of f1 here. Suppose p underscore f1 equal to x. Okay. Right. Value of field f1 after calling subroutine is now think of what is going to print 14th line. X or A? Line number 14.
You
Hmm. It's going to print X or A. You are changing inside the subroutine. This is subroutine section. This one is check syntax. Activate X. Why? Because by default is called by reference. By default, it is called by reference. If we add, if we use value keyword, it will be call by value inside the subroutine. Whatever the changes we do, it won't affect it. Suppose same thing we can call like perform S2 using F1. Okay, double click here. Subroutine 2. Perform. Click here. Here. Main program. You are writing subroutine now here. Right here. Using P underscore F1 is called as formal parameters. Now here P underscore F1 equal to say D. Okay. Subroutine 2. Right? S2. Now think of if I execute this one now, what is going to print? Line number 18, what is going to print?
Change the value.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Right? So it will print, we have changed already X. Again, we are making D. D will print here or what is going to print here? D or X? Here, line number 18.
X1.
X1, right? Because so you are passing call by value, D will not affect. I'll put the breakpoint here. Single step now. Because we are calling using directly it is going to change the value. P underscore F1 equal to your F1 you passed A. Right? F1. See, the moment you change that, it is changing in both the places inside the function subroutine and as well as the global variable. Yeah, because you were directly referring to the memory area, call by reference. Next, perform S2, subroutine 2. Now X is their value here. You are trying to change it to D. See here. P underscore F1, it becomes D only inside the subroutine now. Now if it go back, still X only. This is the concept. Call by value and call by value. Next, for example, subroutines data, v underscore some counter one variable we are declaring. Type integer. Okay. So v underscore counter equal to 10. Okay. After calling this S1, no? After calling S1, if I write here, counter value that has been assigned. This will execute or not? See the code. Line number 14. Line number 14 will execute or not execute. I have declared one variable inside the subroutine. Here. Here I declared. Now tell me, right? After calling, it comes to here, it declares the variable, and then counter equal to 10. So now if I print here, counter value here, line number 13, what could be the output? What could be the output?
10 only, sir.
10 only? Sure. You can copy paste this code and tell me. Copy paste this code. Oh. Why like this coming data? Try to call that copy and execute program and tell me the result, output. Tell you